Chris Paul gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long-range jumper.
Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Chris Paul bringing dinner with the dish. D-Book on the corner with the swish. We the Valley, hating with the dump. Posterizing, now the crowd getting pumped. We the best, I ain't talking about Cali. Who's next? Never winning in the Valley. Can't wait for that championship rally. Send them home, send them back to Cali. Stand up if you're down for the Suns. Put a finger in the air, we number one. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Phoenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.
Welcome everybody to season 2 off-season episode 14 of the Aussie Suns podcast. Aussie Suns fans podcast. Aussie Suns fans podcast.
That's us.
I am here live right now with Boyd. We decided, fuck it, we're over the old debates and all that sort of shit. We'll just sort it out live on air. There you go, mate.
Good, buddy.
So you're hogging the fucking video and making me look bad. I'm going to have to get rid of the background.
It's not
but we are here in Brisbane live. That's better.
Here we go.
Here in Brisbane live, you can see our beautiful background, looking magnificent. And we are joined in Illawarra somewhere. I don't know, somewhere down there. Hammo, how you going, buddy? Hammo? I guess we're not joined by Hammo. Okay. Well, is Gavin drunk already? No, but heading there. Welcome along. If you're watching, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff that we always need done. It just helps get the message out there and keeps us moving all over the place, and hopefully we'll have some sound from Hammo shortly. But we'll just wait and see whether that happens. How you doing, mate? It's good to be here with you.
This is really weird.
It is weird.
Having you here, not talking to you, and talking at the screen. I'm going to have to get used to this. It's Hey, Aaron, how's our audio? Just quietly. This is weird.
That's true.
Is this what?
As long as, Hammo, not if you can hear us.
Yes.
There
Gotcha.
we go. We've got some Hammo noise.
Right. Very sorry, guys. I'm doing well. How you guys going?
Good, man. Good. You rocked up fucking late and your audio was shit.
I made it. Hey, I made it, man. I still managed to hear some of that Pierre Cardin get me fired up, man. I love it.
Love it, mate. Love it. Very good. Welcome along. We're gonna have a bit of fun out here. Tonight we're just gonna go over the Pacific Division preview. We've all been waiting for it. Obviously, we're one short of our last lot of predictions, but it is what it is. We'll just fucking power on through, I guess. Now, remember, Hammo, Boyd's he's had a little bit of luck here. He has been able to look at his predictions so far, so that if anyone goes back over his predictions, he's not going to look like a complete and utter fucking idiot, because he's predicted the same team to finish the same spot. Did I throw you under the bus? Did I throw you under the bus there? Hammo, you don't have that privilege, unfortunately. So bad luck. What we're
I've rewritten my whole structure anyway. But anyway, we'll keep moving on.
You'll hear sirens in the background because we are in Brisbane and it's a hellhole and people are criminals. And I am staying in a shithole. The good thing is this episode is called Reviewing the Pacific, and I'm staying at the Pacific Hotel, which is a fucking hellhole. So if you're in Brisbane, feel free to pop on down, bring a 6-pack, because I'm pretty sure I can't get beer anywhere from near here. Is that fair?
I brought a couple for him. I sorted him out. He's good.
All right, let's roll straight into it. We're going to start off with the Golden State Warriors. So, Hammo, you're out there on your own sort of peg there. You can kick us off, mate. What are you going to tell us about the Warriors?
Mate, I've got them finishing first. Now, this is not to say that they're the better team, but I don't want us to finish first. I don't want us to have that pressure of pushing so hard during the regular season that we end up, burn out, so to speak, or worn down come the playoffs. So I'm happy. I think the Warriors will take first. So yeah, that's basically how it is. And it's not, like I said, I don't think they'll outplay us for first. I just think that we'll be resting a little bit more than we have in the last year or two, certain players. And I think they want to continue what they did last year, and that's fine. They can have first, and we'll just sneak up behind them.
They didn't finish first last year, or kind of anywhere near it, really.
No. I mean, like, they took the chip. You know what I mean? So they're going to keep trying to move on that kind of momentum train, which is fine. Like I said, let them have it. We'll just get in that slipstream and ride up behind.
Fair enough. Boyd?
I fucking hate that, Hammo. I hate that. How are they going to finish first when we're going to win 80-2? Man, come on now. But, I got...
Where are they going to finish, man?
2. Second. I'll give them second. Okay, I'll give them second, and it's just going to be because they're on a roll. They've got a little bit of gas left in the tank, bit of petrol in the tank. We are in Australia. Bit of petrol in the tank. But I'm expecting declines from Draymond at the he's coming up.
Are they still arguing about his money?
Well, I don't know. I
He
think
hasn't
they
got that
might,
extension or something that he wanted.
They might be cornered into giving him a deal, man, that they don't really want to give him because they're going to want to keep this fucking Tinseltown all in good stead, and I think they're going to fuck themselves. Just out of trying to keep that core continuity. So I think.
So you got to come in second.
Look,
what do you reckon,
yeah,
Gav?
I've got them coming in second, but it's going to be. I don't see it being an easy road for them. So I think I don't see Wiggins being all that great. I don't think he's what everyone's sort of making him out to be with his false claims to all-stardom. I just see him plateauing out a bit.
Would have happened by now if it was going to happen. Clay,
Clay's never going to be the Clay that he was before he had that injury. So I think, whilst I think he can be a consistent sort of a role guy, a sharpshooter, I just think he's just limited to what he can do defensively now, just with that wear and tear on his body. Steph is going to do Steph things, and it's going to piss me off.
Steph will always be Steph, but that kind of injury, you're definitely right. It's pretty hard to bounce back from, definitely. Gav, what do you reckon, Warriors?
What, you're fucking hosting now, are you?
No, segueing.
Jesus Christ.
He's fucking. Gav's been real bossy ever since I've got here. He's been so bossy.
I have the Warriors finishing third. I think they'll finish either third or fourth. They will drop off. They're going to rest guys. That's generally what they do during the season now, especially with an older squad. And I think they will be knocked out in the first or second round of the playoffs because fuck the Warriors.
You reckon it was just an extreme? You reckon it was a massive fluke last year?
The
dominoes just fell right.
Look, the Warriors were right up there last year, and it should have been the Warriors versus the Suns for the Western Conference, but it wasn't. So as soon as the Suns were out, the Warriors had all of the
anyone's
momentum.
game.
So I certainly think that the Warriors will finish third or fourth. Just as long as Steph stays healthy, they're going to win games in the West. Let's be honest. It's what they are. Richie, stop being a fucking negative Nelly with your 82-0 is a pipe dream now that we lose to shithole teams like Adelaide. Yes, Adelaide is a shithole, but nobody else in NBA history's hit 972 threes in a game.
Yeah, look, that shit was freaky, man.
We'll
Like,
get to that. We'll get to that. Well, we won't go into that too early. The next team we're going to look at is the Clippers. Hammo, what do you got on the Clips?
Clippers, I've got them coming in. I reckon they're going to have an awesome season, man. This is going to be the best season the Clippers have had in a long time. Okay, and they're going to come in at 13th.
13th.
100%.
Okie dokie.
You got some fucking flies.
Why,
Hammer?
Why, Hammer?
Because it's the fucking Clippers, man. Kawhi's broke, Paul's broke, everyone's broke. The only one that ain't broke is the bloke that owns the team, but he keeps buying broke people. So it's a broke-ass team. Fuck the Clippers.
Okay, so they broke ass.
Boyd?
Broke
The Clippers
ass.
coming in third. Hammo, so let's take that one off yours and chuck them in there third. Now, just look, they've got Kawhi coming back, and I think even there's a lot of grit. There's a lot of grit and grind in this team, which it just works, man. It works for the regular season and it works for playoffs. I don't think I'm hoping that there's some decline from both Kawhi and Paul George. Me personally, that's what I want. But I just think that this team is just they recruited well in the off season.
Who did they recruit?
They're fairly deep. I can't remember the names.
John Wall.
I like
He's
that.
872 years old.
John Wall
hasn't played in 4 years.
He's broken,
John Wall.
so he fits in perfectly.
John Wall should have been playing for the Rockets last season, right? But he got a lot of rest after that injury.
He had more pride and self-respect, so he did.
Now I know he's coming back off of an injury, but I think having PG-13 and Kawhi around him is going to make it a lot easier. He's not on a Rockets team that he has to feature in everything. He can take a bit of a back seat and just do what naturally comes to him. Now, in his prime, I know he's lost a lot of his speed with that injury, but in his prime, he could really distribute, and I think he's going to get back to that type of basketball. And you know what? As a third option on that squad, I think that's fucking perfect for him and his introduction back to winning basketball. So, yeah, I like the Clips. And now I'll hand it over to Gavin.
I have the Clips finishing 5th. Honestly, the Clippers are going to rest players. Paul George, Kawhi, they're going to rest games.
At this stage, everyone's going to rest. No one's going to play in the playoffs.
Not everyone's going to rest. 13th is fucking ridiculous for the Clippers. I'm sorry, but that is idiotic. It is fucking ridiculous.
Stand by it.
Unless Paul George, Kawhi, and everybody else fucking is injured the entire season, there is no way that they finish 13th.
Because I just spoke about Paul George and Kawhi being injured, and then Boyd brought up, but they've got John Wall. He's been injured for 6 out of 7 seasons.
In a really strong West, they finished 6th without Kawhi for the whole season and without Paul George for a majority of the season. All those guys have to do is be like a little bit healthy, and they're going to finish top 5. Now, Ash, I agree. I hope Hammo nails this one too. I hope the Clippers fall over and fucking turn into an absolute fucking mess. But it's not going to happen. They are
a fucking mess.
Good aside with what they have to finish 13th in the fucking West, particularly when you look at the bottom end of the West, which are fucking pathetic. There is no way. Straight away, the Clips play those sides 4 times each. You give that's already out of the bottom 5 sides in the West, and you have them finish bottom 5. Out of the bottom 5 sides in the West, they've got 20 wins already, or 25 wins already.
Who said?
Without the other ones, when they play the teams in the East, everything. No way, they are just not finishing that low. So the Clips will finish 5th, and they will. if Kawhi and Paul George are healthy come playoffs, they will be a fucking hell of a team to beat come playoffs.
Never healthy.
That's your claim. We'll see.
Oh.
Next up, we have the LA Lakers. Hammo.
Oh, they're going to win it all and take the chip because what the fuck do I know? No,
What? Because I
we won't-
disagree with you on one.
we won't go down there. That's all right. I still respect you. I've actually got Lakers finishing 5th.
Yep. Why?
5th. I think that if they don't do something this season, then there's something extremely wrong, and they've had more than enough time to work it out. Westbrook's going to be moved on, whether it's by a trade deadline or even before the start of the regular season. That's going to fix a little bit of their shit. I heard an inside rumor from another chat that I was talking out today that Anthony Davis shook everyone's hand on the way out to the court today, and he's out injured for 2 to 3 weeks. So we'll see how he goes.
I thought it was that he
Um,
came out and said he's got a chip on his shoulder, so he's out for 4 weeks with that.
That
chip.
was Bleacher Report that
Yeah, I
said
did
that.
say
Yeah,
that
this
one.
was
That was
inside
hilarious.
information from my boots on the ground there, scouting out the Lakers for us. Yeah, said he shook everyone's hand and did his shoulder or whatever. But yeah, no, look, I just think it's about time that their shit finally kicked in, and this might be the year that it actually works for them.
Boyd.
Lakers, I got them coming in at 10th.
So in the play-in, yeah.
Scraping into the play-in, only because I want to see them get all so close and then have their fucking dreams just shattered and just fucking taken out of contention. It's a 10th, and look, I think they're going to run into similar problems to what they had last season.
So they're going to be shattered by Minnesota, according to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Minnesota will shut them out. But yeah, look, I think they get a play in. AD will be on and off the court, street clothes days,
clothes,
all that sort of gear. But you know what? I think that they get there just on the back of LeBron and just his fucking. They picked up Montrez. Is it Mont? No. Thomas Bryant.
Thomas Bryant. Yeah.
Montrez.
Not even start. He's starting behind. They've got fucking Thomas Bryant behind. Who's that fucking center that we had at the Suns?
Oh fuck.
Rashawn Holmes.
No. He's still at Sacramento.
It's not Damian Jones.
What's his name?
Yes, Damian Jones.
Damian Jones.
They got him behind Damian Jones.
Yeah, that's a problem. Thomas Bryant should be starting for him, if you ask me. But ultimately, look, again, they got a lot of guys there who are just going to be playing in Big Bron's shadow, man. And look, they get to the play-in and then they get knocked out. Russell Westbrook is a fucking shipwreck, and he's gonna fuck him. Ultimately, he's gonna fuck him.
And you've got him and Patrick Beverley on the same team at the moment, trying to work out who's going to, yeah.
What do you think?
I have the Lakers finishing 8th. Any team with LeBron, they're still going to win games. LeBron, pretty durable. He'll play most of the games. But I'm not going to go with the whole injury thing. I hope Anthony Davis plays all year because the Lakers aren't that good. Cut and dry, that Lakers squad is not that good. So I actually think they'll struggle a little bit. I already put that up.
Put it up again.
Jesus Christ, I'm never doing a pod with you live again. The Lakers just simply aren't that good. If we saw today between Pat Beverley and LeBron James in their preseason game today, they shot 1 for 12. They only had one player on their squad who scored at over 50%, which was what are you doing? Which was Russell Westbrook. Now, I do agree with you, Hammo. They've certainly been looking to move Westbrook on, but I don't think they can now. I think it's too late. I think Westbrook plays for the Lakers now.
Well,
maybe
let's talk about
the
the Turner Healed
Yeah, I
trade or something
saw
like
a
Buddy
bit of
Hield or
that,
something.
and
Yeah.
someone else, Sacramento's having a crack at that as well. So I just think I don't know. I just don't think they move Westbrook now. His contract's too big. Nobody wants it. It's just going to be too hard. So I have the Lakers finishing 8th, just off the back of LeBron, which makes them a really dangerous team come playoffs. Because if they do manage to somehow manage their roster come playoffs, they're going to be a half decent side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they've
it's
got a
one of
good
those watch
squad.
this space kind of teams, isn't it? You know, you don't want to put all your eggs in the same basket kind of deal, but
The good
I don't
thing
know.
is that they've got no depth. So once they get past the starting 5, they're fucked.
But it'll
Next
always be the Lakers, you know.
up, Sacramento, Hammo.
Sacramento. I have them this year moving to Seattle. Oh no, sorry, I've got them in at 11th.
Righto. Why?
I don't know. I had to look up on a map where it was. No, they're useless, man. Sacramento, they're just cannon fodder for the NBA. You know what I mean? They won't move that team. But yeah, they probably should. I mean, you can't have 4 teams in California, man. Seriously, like it's ridiculous. I know you got 3 in Texas, but 4 teams in California is a bit of a joke. So yeah, fuck the Kings.
Boyd, you forget, don't you?
Oh, I do forget. Sacramento 14th. Hey, so I've got them coming in at 14th, and here's why. I don't trust their front office to do what's right for the team. Now, what would be right for this team is to keep Harrison Barnes there, but he's coming up in a lot of trade talk, right? With a lot of contenders.
To the Suns.
Yeah, and we're one of them. So I feel like is it still Vlade Divac? Still
Nah,
he's gone.
He left
he's
when
gone.
Bloody.
Yeah, but
when they didn't draft Luka.
They've got another Croatian fucking.
Let's have a look.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, their front office is fucked. They always have been. I don't see. Look, they've got De'Aaron Fox, who I think is going to have a bounce back season. But you know, outside of that, the Sabonis came in. I think moving Halliburton was a poor move by them.
Monte McNair.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, he's another one of them European guys who.
No, he's not. He's American.
Is he?
Yeah.
I've just made that up in my own head. How about that? But yeah, no, look, I think that their front office, as they traditionally do, they fuck things up for them. Sabonis will be solid. De'Aaron Fox will have a bounce back season, but it's not. They haven't got enough legs, and I think that they do something silly by trading away some veteran talent that they need, the Jay Crowders, the Harrison Barnes of the world, for shit that isn't going to get it done during the regular season, and yeah, they're going to fall shy.
It's a Kings, so like, who cares?
What was that, Hammer?
So it's the Kings. Who cares?
Yeah, that's
true.
I have them finishing 12th. They're not going to move the needle a hell of a lot. Yes, please. And I also believe that...
yeah, me too. Thanks, boy. Cheers.
I also believe that they're going to be that poorly positioned come trade deadline, entrenched in that bottom 3 in the West, that De'Aaron Fox requests a trade.
Yeah, look, what I don't remember much of Fox from last season. Was he injured for part of it or something? He had knee or...
No, it's Sacramento, mate. No one watches them.
That's what the problem was.
Yeah, that's
exactly
why you don't
what
remember.
The problem was.
Let's be honest, and we've got to be straightforward here, mate. They are. Look, I love Sabonis. He's a fantasy pig. De'Aaron Fox, decent, like half decent point guard. Reality is they are shit and they're boring to watch. So when you have a look at what we spoke about in the East, where You've got who's out there? Charlotte. Charlotte was shit, but they were good to watch.
Very exciting to watch. Good fun to play on 2K as well.
OKC out in the fucking West. They're shit, but fuck, they're good to watch. Sacramento, nobody wants to watch that shit. To be honest, the Adelaide 36ers are obviously competing at the top end of the NBA right now, so may as well bring them in, send Sacramento to the NBL.
Yeah, totally.
Our last team is the Phoenix Suns. Hammo, where are we finishing?
I have us finishing second. Now, to follow on from what we were arguing about Golden State, Boyd, like I said, I think we're just going to take our time. I don't think we're going to be rushing to get that number one spot. However, I don't think we're going to be pulling punches with games. You know what I mean? So, I think we'll end up at second. What did we get last year? 64? Record 64?
Yeah.
I'm going to say probably 60. You know, I don't think we're going to be out there trying to carry on and break as many records and push as many different numbers and stuff like that we were last year. So, I think second's comfortable. Bring us in and, we'll knock them down.
Set them up, knock them down. Like it, Hammo.
Set them up, knock them down, baby.
I think we're going to win every single fucking game, guys, because that's what I do. I go in every game thinking we're going to win.
Every year.
Every single fucking game. And that's
every year.
I'm just going to keep on going the overs on every fucking thing and being super positive, and hopefully it pays off. And but look, ultimately, here's the good thing, guys. We've got national media who are I think the Vegas odds had us at 52 wins as the over and under.
52.5, yeah.
52.5 for the over and under. So since we've had this media day where we didn't have cool vibes, and our
odds have gone up. Keep going. I want better odds.
Here's the thing, and so we've got that, and we were talking on the trip over here. Was it ESPN that had us 48 wins
40,
now?
Yeah, 48 or 46.
46 or 48 wins is what ESPN, and that's on the heels of us losing to the Adelaide 30 fucking Sixers, right? And it's
yes, Richie,
and it's the media day, it's the vibe, it's fucking Marbo again. It's all fucking Marbo, boys. And so look, this is
hey, shut your truck up.
This is great for us because we're going to come in and people might drop their guard a little bit, make it a bit easier for us to get them 82. So that's where I've got to see it, boys.
Okay, I have us finishing first as well because teams don't fall off a cliff like that. The preseason game, the first preseason game was an aberration, but you're a fucking idiot. No team wins 82 games. Let's be realistic.
This season, we are. It's going to happen.
So by saying that, Chris Paul's going to play 40 minutes a game.
No.
Devin Booker 40 minutes a game.
No.
You'd rather win 82 games than make it to playoffs healthy.
No, we'll win 82 and we'll get our people rest. Just don't worry about it, mate. It's going to happen. We're good.
Hey, our backup for fucking Chris Paul.
He's got this, mate. Gav, what don't you understand? He says he's got this, mate. It's all right. He's got it.
Yes, Ash, we are sharing a hotel balcony. The Phoenix Suns, I still think will finish on top. We'll finish between 50 or maybe 60 and 62 wins. That'll be enough to take top spot. Chris Paul will rest more, which unfortunately means Cameron Payne. But I think we'll address that by trade deadline.
Yes.
Because Cameron Payne's still shit. If the first fucking preseason game is anything to go by. Wrapped to see Cam Johnson slip into the starting lineup. I think we'll see Dario Saric back him up, though, where we saw Torrey Craig back him up in the first preseason game. I think Dario will slide into the four.
What the fuck's going on there?
Any last comments on the Pacific, guys? We're done. We've predicted the entire fucking NBA.
Yeah. going to happen.
Entire NBA.
Hey, just a quick one. Hey, Ash, can you drop your best in the chat? Can you drop your best pickup lines? Because I'm going to try and root Gav after this podcast. I'm going to do my best, man. I'm going to have a red hot crack.
And now I need to click the button.
And scene.
So what I will do, guys, is I will put all our predictions up in the Facebook page so that you can hang shit on us all at the end of the year for how shit we are. Boyd got lucky because I showed him the West, so he doesn't have any double ups, but his East predictions are fucking disgraceful. So I'm looking forward to putting those up. Root him in the back of the truck. No, the truck just left, Richie. Okay, this week in Suns basketball. Now, we did do a special pod Sunday with Justin and Evan from the He's on Fire podcast.
Yeah, that was really good too, guys. Well done.
That was good fun. It went for 2 hours because we were fucking blind, but it was good fun. Your thoughts, media day. You weren't there, Hammo. You weren't there. Tell us about when you read all the shit that went on media day. What's the what's your thoughts for media day?
Look, the new uniforms look fair tight. Thank God I didn't get to see any of that bluey.
They didn't wear
grainy...
the new uniforms, man.
No, in the promo art, films and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You got the throwback to the Suns. You got the new. I didn't like it at first, man, but the black one with like the yellow and the orange and that on the trim.
I still don't like it. It looks like a Utah Jazz fucking uniform.
Nah, it's growing. Everyone jumped on DA. You know, oh, he's uninterested, this and that, man. I'm sorry, I'm putting it out there. That dude was as high as fuck, man. He'd been hitting them OGs or something because he just was like, wasn't interested. He just wasn't there. You know what I mean? He was gone. So yeah, I mean that was the main takeaways from everyone from media day, from what I understood, was how uninterested DeAndre Ayton was. But I can't remember who put it up in the chat, but I sent it to you earlier, Gav. We got a glimpse of the new throwback court. That's looking pretty tight too. You know, so like, yeah, all in all, I mean, other than DA being high, it was pretty good.
Boyd.
Media day, well, yeah, look, the guys, what are we coming off here? We're coming off a fucking a shitstorm, right? So these guys, we got this fucking bad shit happening in our front office, and it's all going to come good. So there's a fucking light at the end of the tunnel, right? So we got all this fucking shit happening, and the expectation is that we come in there and we're fucking all happy and cheery and shit, like. And yeah, from all reports that I've heard, when the cameras were off and the microphones were a little bit further away, all the guys were jovial and being all cool with each other. But I think, man, you know what? Monty addressed the whole thing about not talking to Ayton over the off season. It's like, give everyone some time. You know, and it may not be the smartest fucking thing, but ultimately we saw his 22 minutes when he went out there against the 36ers, and he fucking looked good. And I just feel like this cunt can't win. DA cannot win. It doesn't matter if he's too fucking happy, if he's playing too many games, if he's or if he's a little bit quiet. There's something wrong. There's always something, and it comes part and parcel with him being a number one pick, right? So he's going to get all this. Everything's going to be amplified and magnified. But look, I don't think that the culture that we've seen over the last couple of years is going to be completely derailed by overreactions to a fucking.
We lost Hammo.
We lost him. Yeah, I don't think the overreactions to a media day when we're in shit times right now. I don't think that they're going to speak to the season that we have. I think that we sorted it all out because we're a team of pros, and the Jade Crowder thing has been dealt with nicely. The way he didn't come to media day, so it's all amicable, right? It's all amicable. It's all going to be sorted out. But yeah, it's all it's all smoke and mirrors, man. I think we're going to be good.
Of course it is, Gav.
Fucking Hammo's hosting again. Yeah. Look. First things first. Let me cop smacks upside the head. Monty not speaking to DA after the shit that went down in Game 7 all the way through until fucking media day is shit. That was a shit effort. You have to manage and control your players as a coach, and you failed. If DA did not speak to you but by then, that's piss poor. And it's piss poor coaching.
I really can't understand how Monty did that, man. Like,
I think we'll resolve it. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that'll be an issue.
So.
But to not speak to your player is fucking shit. Wake up to yourself, Monty. Now, outside of that, the media carrying on that he wasn't smiling or wasn't doing this or wasn't doing... Fuck. DeAndre Ayton proved he was a professional last year. The dude's going to go out and ball. That's what he's going to do. So we're going to see that. Everybody else, look, again, they expected the Phoenix Suns players to come out like it was some sort of fucking party or clown show. One, the Robert Sava shit went down. Two, Game 7 against Dallas went down. None of those motherfuckers are going to be happy.
COVID
They're
series.
there on a fucking mission. So none of them should be smiling. They should be out there ready to play. DA, one word answers. Guess what? National media, you treat him like shit, he's going to answer like shit. And so he fucking should. If you don't like it, bad luck. It's stop reporting the way that you report and let the dude play basketball. And we saw that in the minutes in the first preseason game. The dude is a professional. He just comes
totally
in,
went out and bowled.
It's what he's going to do. Now, he should get more opportunities this year. And I absolutely agree.
And he was willing to
everything
play.
that he's upset about, I absolutely agree.
Willing to
But
play a
the
little bit
dude's a
physical
professional and
against
he's gonna
Adelaide
get his
too.
time. Sorry, mate.
Sorry, mate, didn't mean to cut you off. He was willing to play a little bit physical against Adelaide too, even though it was like a pre-season game. Like you seen like early on the game, he had a dunk and he was already, his body was already on its way underneath the backboard while he was putting it in. He's happy to get out there and give it a go, which is a good sign. Like you said, very good sign. I hope we get to see what we invested in the number one pick, as you were saying, you know, because. Yeah, we've always said he wanted to play in Arizona. You know, he wanted to play for the Suns. Let's just do whatever we need to do to make it work because the team's going to be great.
Don't get me wrong. By trade period, DeAndre Ayton could be asking for a trade. Just based off the Monty shit alone.
He very much could be.
He's tied up for fucking 4 years. 4 years.
And what's your point?
The off season's a fucking, it's a blip on the radar, and it's an off season. There's been a lot of fucking shit. There's been a restricted free agency negotiation. There's been KD talks. There's been a lot of fucking noise, right? It's a blip because now he's locked up for 4 fucking years, and if he balls out and he requests a trade, fucking fingers crossed he does it behind closed doors, and it's fucking all works out the best for us. But ultimately, we're going to get the best fucking version of DA, and I just wish everyone stopped reading so much into it. Just because, look, there's the national media, all the media cunts. They make their fucking that's where they make their fucking money, man. Is by blowing shit out.
Yeah, it's like they get paid by the word or paid by the lie.
Well, it's make it as clickbaity as possible. But anyway, look, we're good. He's locked up for 4 years. He loves his team. Monty's too much of a pro, and he fucking and he's gonna work it out. They're gonna fucking work it out. And we saw it against
if Monty. I love Monty. If he was that much of a pro, he wouldn't have let the whole couple of months go by.
Spot on, Richie. Spot on.
All right, training camp. So we went into training camp. Jay Crowder said, I'm not going to show up. I'm not into it. We were on 8 and Smile watch for half of training camp, and he looked like he was smiling a bit to me. But fuck, how good was it that we were back? And then the open practice the day before the preseason, they had nearly 12,000 people there.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, that's incredible, man.
It's nice.
It's huge.
Well done, Phoenix. Great job. I mean,
Very
even
well
there,
done.
I spent that entire day going, I want to find a job in Phoenix, pack up the family.
I saw
over.
I saw him tweet that shit out on Twitter.
Hey,
Hey,
was fucking sensational. Any other thoughts, training camp?
Hey, Hammo, what are your thoughts on the way the Jay Crowder thing's been handled? With,
Never liked him. Hate the way he dances. He's never done anything for us. Can't wait to get rid of him.
Oh, but look, this could have been. It's not Eric Bledsoe.
No,
man,
look,
right?
to be quite
not
no,
Eric Bledsoe.
not at all. To be quite honest, man, I'm gonna it's not gonna be as bad as losing JaVale. I think JaVale was more heart and more motivational, as well as what he put on the court. But whereas I think Jay is just sort of kind of feels like he's out for his own. You know what I mean? Like he's out. What? Yeah, I don't know. I can't convey what I mean, but I do miss JaVale more than what I would miss Jay, and I think hopefully, we get something half decent back in return. You know, hopefully.
Yeah, look, I think it's great that the way that it was handled by James Jones with Crowder is the fact, and it all comes down to, look, the guy's looking out for his career. Him staying out of training camp right now is ideal, so as we can focus and hone in on what we're going to do as a squad and what we're going to have out there on the floor. We don't need all that fucking noise around fucking training camp about Jay wanting to get a better showing on the court so he gets a better contract.
And also running all the plays and that with him involved. What's the point?
Look, I think it's not being talked about enough. I think it's been handled really well, in the sense, okay, rightio, you want this, but guess what? Us as an organisation, we want this, and what are we going to do about it? Okay, let's do a trade. All right, well, I'll stay home. It's really good because look, they've got an open line of communication, and then look, it's perfect. It's perfect. We're going to get something good for Jay. Otherwise, he can just rest until the fucking trade deadline, and then we'll do what we have to do. But yeah, I think I'm training camp, and all the reports coming back from there with Gerald Bourget and Dwayne Rankin was that the vibes were good. Like it was nothing like the national media day, we'll call it.
Yep.
The vibes were good during training camp with the local media.
Did they mention Marbo?
Richie was saying earlier. So we're fucking yeah. I'm really happy with it, and Gav, go.
Are we talking about Jay?
Oh, we're just talking about training camp.
No, well, training camp was great.
Yeah, but yeah,
I said it before.
The whole thing with Jay holding out. Do you think it was handled all right
by the Suns? No.
Yeah. No.
No, because Jay's out there blowing a trumpet on fucking Twitter and Instagram, making fucking videos and shit about.
Well, they can't control that. That's not controllable.
That's
but
they can't control it. They could have traded
the way that they released that statement. The way that they released the statement and said, "Okay, we're going to be amicably going." I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
To be honest, look, all they should be looking at is a trade for Jay Crowder that is focused on a bigger fish down the line.
Yes.
Agreed. So I think everybody's going to be sitting there looking at Jay Crowder and going, well, we need to trade him, bring something in by the start of the season so that our bench has extra depth, blah, 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 blah. Reality is, guys, that this team, this squad we have, is already a playoff team. You're already talking a 1-6 team. It's not a playing team, the team we have now.
Oh, totally not. No, definitely not.
But number one,
82 wins. We're not a playing team, so we don't need to rush this. All we need to do is finish 1-6 and make it to playoffs. If a trade deadline, we pick up a Shy, a De'Aaron Fox, a Kevin Durant, or as per my prediction, a Brandon Ingram, this side all of a sudden becomes a top 2 team in the West.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
if we're going to trade Jay, trade him for assets, trade him for draft picks, trade him for whatever it is that we can move on in a much bigger trade come trade deadline. I listened to, I don't know whether you did the Coast to Coast podcast this week. This is going to be one of the biggest trade deadline seasons we've ever seen. And I agree with it. There are so many people on contracts that are basically going to, at halfway through the season, say, it's time for me to move on. We need to be in the mix for that. So I'm more than happy just to pick up assets and move Jay on. Fair?
Yes.
All right, let's move on. We need to address it. Preseason game number 1 versus the Adelaide 36ers. We got fucking blown out by an NBL team who aren't that fucking good and live in a shit town. Hammo, what were your thoughts on the preseason game against the shitbox that is Adelaide?
Look,
And that's the town, not the team.
Most people, man, I wasn't expecting not a towel up, but a decent go. If that Randall fella doesn't get reached out to by an NBA team while he's over there, then something's up. You know, him and that was it Franks. But who was it? Might have been Espo today. Was saying like 24 3-pointers is incredible for any professional team, let alone a team from fucking Adelaide. You know, tiny little speck on Australia. Same as what most of our cities.
None of those motherfuckers.
Same as what all our cities are. Just a fucking little tiny speck on fucking Australia. A little dot said, we're here.
Not one of those players was from Adelaide. Not one.
No, but the team was.
Well, they might have been, but not one of them was actually from Adelaide. I mean, who actually is from Adelaide? Let's be honest.
Not me.
Fucking hell.
But no, it was look, it was an outstanding performance by any basketball team, regardless of an NBL or an NBA. It really was. But to be touched up by an NBL team like that was, man, I don't know, bit of a wake-up call, hopefully.
Boyd.
Yeah, look, here's the thing. These guys are playing for their fucking livelihoods.
So is everyone else.
Shut up for a second. Shut the fuck up, man.
No, I know where he's going. Is good point.
Let me get there. I'm leading to a fucking thing. So where these guys look, we've got fucking Franks and both Randall. They're both ex-G League guys. They're imports, and you know they're playing for their fucking livelihoods, and they got massive burn. They got massive minutes, and
Sato
and
the big Korean dude or Filipino
Kai Sato.
Look, so these guys, and here's the thing: they're going to leave it all out there. They're not going to die wondering. And them threes
were a lot less money than their.
A lot of them
American
threes were fucking
counterparts.
contested and still went in. There was a fucking smidgen of luck that came in there. Look, if a smidgen of luck. They were dropping them from the fucking logo.
They
Man.
shot like
we shoot two from 12.
Bro, it was
2 from 12.
Godly what happened to them. It was a divine moment. If they had have shot a few percent less on threes, we win the game.
You mean normal percent?
Yeah, well, no. Normal percent. So
we would have won by fucking 30.
They were like 50-something% from deep, right?
58, yeah.
58%. So you drop that off. What 36% is league average, right? In the NBA.
Yeah.
So what's that? That's fucking nearly 20%.
Maybe it's a bit higher.
It's about a 20% increment on what the league average is in
increment.
Yeah. What they shot that game. So
they shot from. You're talking about 3-pointers.
It was outward. It was what I'm saying is
outwardly.
You're talking about 3-pointers.
Outwardly, yeah.
Are you
Our
talking about
starters came in.
3-pointers?
Our starters came in and played 22 minutes and 9
9
seconds
seconds,
or
yeah.
something like that. Then they were all taken out at the same time. An entire bench mob was coming. The only thing that this pointed out is that
Who led the bench mob?
there is
Thanks,
Campaign.
Richie.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Campaign was the best on the bench for the Suns.
But he led the bench.
He led the bench.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the bench really let us down, and they should have really
Who led that bench?
They should have put the fire to the team that was shooting godly from deep. It was unheard of, man. Look, don't read too much into it. Don't fucking read too much into it.
Payne scored 23 points
Campaign.
off the bench in 26 minutes. Now, why the fuck he couldn't do that in one game last year is beyond me.
Campaign also, he wasn't very
That's
efficient.
hold
It
on.
wasn't-
Oh, well, number one is he was 15 minutes off the bench last year.
Yeah, look, so
It's a lot. He played a lot more minutes than what he normally does.
Campaign. Here's the thing with
Let me
Campaign.
stick up for Cam.
He wasn't.
I've got to be fair and reasonable.
He got to a lot of the spots that he wanted to get to. He wasn't probably as efficient as what I would have liked. But look, I didn't. Yeah, I liked the way that he was moving.
He was
around.
the highest scorer for the
missed
game
some,
on the Suns.
He missed a couple of entry passes into Big Jock, which was a damn shame. But look, I think teething a few teething issues there with that second unit. Campaign, I'm still high on Campaign coming back this season and being an integral part of our championship squad.
Cameron Payne will be an integral part.
Yes,
He'll be an integral part of the next trade we do.
Trade, exactly.
The starting
asset.
five was plus
He's
11.
such an asset, man.
The starting five was plus 11 for the game. So,
yes.
so for those of you fuckheads on social media that are sitting out there going, "Oh, the Suns didn't play their starters," the Suns starters were plus 11, and if they had played normal fucking NBA minutes, I already put all that shit up, man. If they had played normal NBA minutes, we would have won that game by 25.
Totally.
Now, this was our bench. Torrey Craig, minus 21. Campaign, minus 21. Shamet, minus 19. Landau, minus 18. Damian Lee, minus 21. Bismack, minus 3. Ish, minus 2. Our bench is a fucking issue. Jock was great on the offensive boards. I do agree. Jock was
12 points as
fantastic
well.
on the offensive boards, but he was still fucking minus 18 for the game. When our bench came in, we got fucking creamed. It's as simple as that. Is that a concern going into the season, Hammer?
Oh, totally. When you got a hole in, whether it be your offense, your defense, whatever it's going to be. But definitely, yeah, we need to structure the bench around. We need to work out what the fuck we're doing first. Like, if we're going to pass on Crowder, then that could be not pass on Crowder. So if we move Crowder on and get a piece back, then we could, yeah, I like that. Then we need to, if we get the right piece, might need to restructure our defense or possibly our offense. So, I mean, it's. I don't think it's a concern, man. This is a kind of game that's constantly evolving, and you just have to constantly adapt and move on to each team and whatever scenario that is brought to you. So we got Jay Crowder's up in the air. We got we're talking about Campaign. I'd fucking love to get rid of Shamet, but no, I don't see it being a massive concern at all. We'll work on it.
Well,
definitely.
minus 21 on the bench. It's not a massive concern.
Preseason game against Adelaide, bro.
Okay.
It's all good.
Before I go to Boyd, I'm going to put this up. Ash, go fuck yourself. If you had watched the fucking Utah preseason game, you'd know exactly why I don't want Jordan Clarkson. Boyd, is it a concern that our bench was minus 21 against an NBL quality team? And I know that people will sit there and go, yeah, but their starters played fucking 12 more, 14, 15 more minutes than our starters. Their starters aren't good enough to make an NBA team.
Now
Our
they are.
bench should be better.
Now they are now.
Is it a concern?
The bench is a concern. However, I don't think that's really going to be our bench. I think there's a couple of by the end of the season. So maybe to start these guys need to gel a bit better. But they're not going to be run out like they were as a whole squad. They're going to be staggered through with the starters. So it's not what it fucking seems. It's really not. These guys are going to be. So you're going to have Jock, say a Jock and a campaign coming in and playing with Book and Macau Bridges, and look what these guys. Look what our starters did. Look how dominant DA was. Look at the steps that fucking Macau seems to have taken with his aggressiveness and just his he's looking like that squad with a couple of benches in there. Maybe we might funnel a bit more through these guys who are looking really good. Look, it will be an issue to start, I think, but I think there's going to be a key role piece that's added to the squad before trade deadline, which makes that punch off of the bench a lot better. And yeah, I think they're good, man. I think they're good. Ultimately, I think they're good.
What a fucking load of shit.
What?
No, that. I just wanted to hit the censor button on you while you were sitting next to me.
Okay.
I'm being a little bit of a troublemaker right now. I agree with most of what Boyd said. I don't think it's as serious as what everyone will make out, because we will stagger. I also think that Dario Saric will move into the rotation and make it a hell of a lot different to what we saw on Monday.
Sunday.
We play Monday?
Sunday.
Monday.
Felt like Sunday.
So, yeah, I think Saric will... Oh, yeah, you guys had a public holiday.
Yeah, public holiday.
Saric will roll in. That'll make that a little bit different. Apparently, Cameron Payne is fucking heaps better when that sort of shit happens and Dario plays and whatever else. But
Yes.
honestly, my biggest concern is that if the bench performs that poorly in the regular season, that Chris Paul, Devin Booker, fucking not so much the other three because they're kids. Even Book's a kid, but he has got injury concerns. My concern is if they perform that poorly, we're going to have to put way too many minutes into Chris Paul. And Book, who's spent a lot of time injured. So.
Fair. That's fair.
All right, let's go thumbs up, thumbs down, because Hammo wants to go home, apparently. Hammo, you can log off anytime you want, mate.
Let's do a little bit more.
Thumbs up, thumbs down. All right, we're ready. The Phoenix Suns must sign Cameron Johnson to an extension this offseason. Hammo.
Did we not do this last week?
Nah, maybe.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we did something similar.
Thumbs down.
Boyd.
Thumbs down.
I can't even remember if we did it last week and Sunday. I am now thumbs down. The loss to the 36ers tells us a lot about where we are going into the season. Hammo.
Thumbs down.
Boyd.
Thumbs down.
I'm also a thumbs down. Did the first preseason game confirm that Jock Landale is our backup center? Hammo.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs
Boyd.
up.
I'm also thumbs up. This is a bit fucking boring. And finally, Chris Paul will average over 11 assists a game this season. Hammo.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
I'm thumbs up. All right. Number one, Hammo, why shouldn't we sign him to an extension?
No, I didn't think that. The question wasn't we shouldn't. You said it was like essential or necessary. I don't think it's necessary. I think if we have a good conversation with him and say, like, we need to hang out a little bit longer, for whatever reason, financially or whatever, I think it'd be cool with that. But I don't think it's necessary or essential that we have to sign him to an extension this offseason.
Boyd,
Yeah, look, I'd love. Obviously, we don't fucking have to, but
Yeah.
we'd love him. And look, I think it'd be really advantageous if we do sign him up, because the more that he plays at the level he's playing, there's going to be a lot more teams who would sort of who wake up to how valuable he is, and want to get him locked up on some sort of a deal before the big TV money comes in, and we've got fucking stupid contracts out there. So look, get him now. I think get him now, and whatever he's on, whatever he signs an extension for now, is going to look like a bargain in a year or two. So
Fair call.
Even a year. So look, ultimately we don't need to. It's not a thing that we have to do, but man, it'd be very advantageous if we did.
Guys in the chat, do your thumbs up, thumbs down while we're doing the discussion rather than when we ask the question, because it's too hard to keep up. I've changed my mind now. I'm saying up because of what Boyd said. Yeah. Contract, we signed him to an extension now before the TV deal. It's going to look fucking amazing.
Well,
sign the fucking contract up. Pull your finger out. James Jones, get it done. The loss to the 36ers tells us a lot about where we're going. Hammo, we all went thumbs down, but why doesn't it tell us?
It's pre-season. No one gave a fuck. No one was expecting anything. To quote Monty, as Coach Monty said, we didn't give them the respect they deserve as a pro team. Straight up. The Australian pro team, NBA pro team, doesn't matter. We walked in thinking, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, we're going to get these dudes from Adelaide. Who wouldn't think that? But they didn't. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a lesson learned. Don't underestimate your opponent kind of thing. But I don't know, it's nothing to read into the season about. Nothing at all. That was a freak. That was an absolute freak what the 36ers did, man. It's crazy.
Book it.
Book it, Hammo.
Book it. Yeah, so look, I think let's read into what we want to read into here. Let's read into the 22 minutes and 9 seconds that our starting squad, who are going to play most of the fucking minutes. Let's read into that, the plus 11 squad that played on Monday. Now, and let's read less into the bench that isn't going to be the same come business time this season. Let's read less into that and more into what is likely to be the same, I think. So, yes, Gavin?
That Hansel's so hot right now.
That was for you,
For
even
me.
though it was Sophie. Reality is what they said. Did the first preseason game confirm that Jock Landale's a backup centre? You went thumbs down.
I went thumbs up.
Oh, did you? Okay.
We all went thumbs up.
We all went thumbs up.
Roll up.
Okay.
Roll up for Jock.
It's already been reported on, right? So
Kind of.
yeah. Well, I think Gerald from PHNX is already talking about it. But yeah, look, I just think he makes a lot of sense there, and I think even Espo was talking on that same podcast about the fact that Dario, he's got his tinfoil hat on, and apparently Dario could be a part of the Jay Crowder trade. So maybe that's another reason why
He didn't play? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh,
But
okay.
yeah, look, I think
Maybe.
look, Jock very, very as much shit as I fucking drop on Jock for mostly in part because of the way that fucking Gavin carries on about trying to get him on the pod.
Well, he should come on the pod. He's Australian.
He should.
No.
He should be on the pod
We
every
are
week.
the greatest
Yeah,
Australian fucking
Wait,
Suns fans podcast of all time.
I agree. He should
should be
Number
on.
He should
one
come on the
rated
pod,
Suns
but we shouldn't be
podcast
fucking-
in
Oh,
Australia.
shut the hell up.
We shouldn't be
No,
fucking begging
shut
like
the
fucking
hell
cocks.
up.
Not
Shut
begging shit, man. We just got
Don't
to
need to
catch
beg
him in
that, cunt.
between what's.
Hammo, don't fucking respond to this idiot. He's a fucking dill pot. Yeah. Did you already speak, Hammo?
I can't remember. It doesn't matter
Okay,
now,
yeah.
man. I'm
I think Jock is very well liked, and his game is very well liked to back up DA, so he will. Chris Paul averaging 11 plus assists. I was the only one thumbs up.
Yeah, go.
Chris Paul averages 11 assists in the fucking first quarter, and he is going to drive offense through everybody else on that side this year. I think we'll see a record number of assists for Chris Paul this year, even in restricted minutes.
Ooh. Okay, Hammo, what do you got for him? Because
you're hosting now.
I'm gonna ice this cunt. I'm gonna
on?
ice this cunt, mate. You fucking have a go at it.
That's 4. I'm just reading what Richie wrote here, and that's very interesting, man. Like, if that's what they're trying to do, they're trying to help Chris Paul move the ball rather than shoot it, and create room and create options. Then yeah, I reckon he'll get the 11 plus in that
so
case.
You get a
but
fucking backflip now.
no, in that case. But history says no.
What history says?
No, he'll like last season history. He'll get just under 11. He'll get about the 10.4 mark or something, 10.38 that he was getting last season, and it'll be close, but it won't be 11.
I'm not going to talk
True
over
me,
it.
dickhead.
I don't want to. Okay, so not only do I believe Chris Paul's going to have reduced minutes to a certain extent,
A dill pickle, Ash. Dill pickle.
When we can afford to, I think he's going to get a few less minutes a game, and that's what I think. And I think that's going to attribute to him having less assists. Funny enough,
he'll play less games. He won't.
No, but look, okay. If he plays less games, it could work out a little bit different. But here's the thing: I don't want it to go like that. I want him to play less minutes, but more games to keep the legs fresh, keep the blood running through his fucking loins, and just
it's going to be blood running through your nimble. Fucking loins in a minute.
But yeah, look, here's the other thing. Now, Monty also talked about getting more creation out of the likes of Mikal Bridges and Cameron Johnson and DeAndre Ayton. So, look, I know that they've been working on that shit during the offseason. So you're going to have a lot of DA. You know, he's working on his second phase play. So yeah, I think there's going to be a little bit more emphasis on others creating, and not as much on Chris Paul, because that's part of the reason that there was a semi type of a burnout, you might say. So I think there's going to be a lot more creation from others on the team, and I think Chris Paul is going to be a break glass.
Please.
Not break glass. Wrong. That's wrong. I think he's going to be used more sparingly, but in bursts where he's needed. I still think he averages 9 or 10, but I don't think he's up there.
His backups
over 11. That's 12 assists per fucking game.
He'll do that in a quarter.
Anyway.
All right, folks.
I would kill everyone in this room for a drop of sweet beer.
Hey, mate, who do you want to have a beer with?
Oh, I used Lauren Jackson last week. I'll tell you what, I'd like to go with Andrew Gaze. Just because I see a lot of him, especially in the 36ers game, and that he's an ambassador over there for the NBL and Australian basketball and what we do with our Olympic campaigns and all that kind of stuff, and had a little bit of insight about Jock Landale, which was good. I think that guy, you know, between himself and his father, Lindsay, there'd just be so many stories and, yeah, so many good times had over a beer. So, yeah, I'm going to go with good old Gazy. Sorry if I ruined it.
Gazy! Boyd.
Mate, I want to have a beer with Richie now, because he's talking a lot of fucking I was thinking...
Is he talking to your soul? Is he talking to your soul, Boyd?
No, Ash talks to my soul. But Richie's he's had some things that I kind of agree with and sort of fucking half with, half out of. But I wouldn't mind having a beer with Richie and talking some solid Suns basketball.
Richie needs to get himself on the fucking pod.
Where's Richie from?
I don't know.
Richie, where are you from? Need to get on the pod.
Right. Whereabouts? Anyway, but look,
I think he's in
I'd love to have a beer with Dan Duarte from the from the coast to coast. From
Been there, done that.
the Fanning the Flames. I'm still jealous that the boys got to go over and fucking chop it up and smash cigars and fucking Buffalo Trace, and I'm still fucking pissy about that. But yeah, no, I want to have a beer with Dan because he's close to a key source in Sun's land. So wouldn't mind having a beer with him and just chopping it up with him, man. That's who I want to have a beer with.
Who do I want to have a beer with?
Yeah,
Not you.
Me.
Not you. You haven't even got me one.
I got the last one. I'll get you. No?
Well, you're the way
Tell
out.
fucking this is not good.
Oh,
It's not
sorry.
good. Talk.
It's not good podcasting?
No.
Okay.
Dead silence.
I'd like to have a beer with Duncan because Duncan's me, mate.
Duncan
He's
Robinson, for all you people out there. He's a big Duncan fucking Robinson fan.
I am absolutely
Him, Duncan,
not
and Tyler Hero
a Duncan
going to get
Robinson
on it.
fan. No, I would like to have a beer with. This is terrible podcasting.
Fucking bad.
Jesus Christ, Gav.
Less flirting, more sons. Okay.
I'm gonna fuck him later. I'm telling you.
Can you stop blowing in my room?
No. No. I can't. Can't stop it.
I'd
This is
like to have a
going
beer
bad.
with. There's multiple people I'd like to have a beer with this week, actually. But I think the pot is fucking loose tonight. I want to have a beer with Jayana
Hey.
because this pod is fucking loose. No, I want to have a beer with Richie now.
Richie, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be.
Yeah,
Richie.
I'm
Yeah,
going
Richie
with
does.
Richie.
Richie,
He's
you
a
need to
good
come
mate.
on the
He's a
pod,
good
bro.
mate.
Hey?
Richie, you need to come on the pod, mate.
He's a good dude. You need to come on the pod.
Definitely.
But I'd only have a beer with Richie after I had a beer with Jayana.
Watch yourself, Hammo. He's a fucking dog, man. He's a fucking dog.
Jesus.
It's
All
all
right.
gravy.
What's up next?
Don't be a flog.
Hey, mate, who's your flog of the week?
I really haven't thought too much into this one. Look, who could be a flog? I don't know. Fuck. Dwight Howard, Ben Simmons, anyone. One of the regulars, take your pick. I'm sure they've done something fucking stupid. Anthony
Ben,
Edwards,
Ben
whatever his
was
name is.
solid today, man.
Was he?
Yeah,
Yeah, good for him.
I'll give him credit. He was solid today.
I don't watch him. No, look, if I look, there's really not anyone in regards that has really pissed me off, so to speak, but just flog in general, man. I mean, just the NBA, the way this Sava shit's been handled. Silver, you know, you're a twat. Just get it. Either all or nothing, man. Don't say it's on the owners. Don't say it's not on us. Just fucking make a decision, get it done.
Yeah, fair call. Boyd, who's your flog?
A dude on Twitter. I don't know if a lot of you guys know of him. I think he's got a fair following. Zin Varlock.
Oh, yeah.
Man, what a cock. He's just fucking, I don't look, he's one of these guys with this, he's probably got a really cool sense of humor and he's probably fucking around with everyone's heads. But he talks a lot of fucking shit, man. And half of it doesn't seem like it's genuine. And he's just, it's like he just does, he's a bit of a shock jock?
Yeah.
A shock jock fucking.
Makes a troll. He's a troll.
Yeah,
he's Twitter.
He's
a troll.
He's a troll, but he's one of these guys that sort of rolls it out and fucking lets it ride for ages. And I keep following the cunt, and I should fucking stop, but I can't. It's amusing, and also
That's five.
also very floggish. So yeah, he's got my flog.
Good to see you back, Aaron. Especially like after we just basically completely and utterly berated Adelaide.
For good
I didn't
reason.
put that up.
I know
Why
you
are you
did.
putting it up again?
I like the fuck truck thing.
Okay, so hide that because I'm going to get deep here.
Okay, get there.
All right. I'm here with my man Boyd.
Touch my tits.
Apparently we're gonna. What are we gonna do later?
We're gonna fuck.
Okay.
We're gonna fuck.
My flog of the week goes to Jock Landau. We
Ooh,
have tweeted,
controversial.
sent messages, did the whole lot. I've DM'd you. I've done everything. Jock, until you get on this podcast, you are a fucking flog. I am very disappointed in you. You know what a flog means, Australian styles. You're a flog until you join our podcast of the greatest Aussie Suns fans of all time.
Number
Guys that
one
supported this
rated
fucking
in Australia.
franchise through hell for 30 fucking years. We finally get an Australian on the fucking team when we have a podcast, and you won't come on. All I want you to do, mate, record a fucking little message that says, "This is Jock Landau. Listen to the Aussie Suns fans podcast." That'll do.
Oi, you went on fucking PH and X, them cunts. Why don't you fucking come? And no, don't come on ours, man. I'm not going to be here. If you do, I'm fucking boycott.
No, you will.
I'm boycott.
You will.
Please
I
do
mean,
not talk about
I'm very
PH and X
disappointed.
like that.
I'm very disappointed in you, Jock.
But play up for the Suns.
Yeah.
Kill it.
Fucking man up and then dominate for the Suns, because basically everybody over here will buy your jersey either way.
I'm still
You
going to
just destroyed us and PH and X. Way to go, Boyd.
Fair.
Never
Um,
going to get to me.
before we do
It's all
go,
love. It's all love.
before we do, Liam, love is love. Sonia, welcome.
Sonia. About
Thank
time.
you for jumping on. We
About
missed
to
you
leave.
Sunday when all the other Americans were on. How could he say no after this pod? I agree. He should fucking be there. Fucking Jock Landau. How do I get on this podcast, Rich? We need to add
We
you to the
shall
chat
reach
group.
out to you.
But what I'll do is I will send you a message and we'll get you on, because Richie definitely should be on. And
Sure.
in honor of our podcast Sunday and John Voider. Thanks, Jayana. Oh,
Will be the
that's
death
sad
of me,
to
man.
hear, Sonia. Guys, last comments. Hammo, last comments. Go.
Nah, let me go to bed. Fuck yous. No. So good. We're getting so close. 19th, I believe, is our opener against the Mavs. Fuck you, Mavs. I'm not sure if that's 19th here, 19th America. Either way, we're not too far. We're like 2 weeks or some shit away from having some real Suns basketball, man. So I'm really fucking excited. I'm glad you guys managed to get together so we could do a bit of podcasting tonight. A couple of things we need to finish off before the season starts. So I'm really, really glad this is all happened, guys. So yeah, no, I've got to bounce, and yeah, been
Love
fun.
your work, brother. Boyd, last comments.
Last comments.
Where do we follow you? Because your name's not on the screen.
Buds 83
At
At-
Boots
at
83.
Buds at Buds 83.
It's
on
Boots
Twitter.
with 2 O's, so it's Boots.
Buds. It's Buds 83. It's a Freddie Fittler thing. Funny enough, it's a story for another time. But guys, let's look forward to Lakers, because this is where we're going to see some proper rotations come into play. Lakers this Thursday. Is
No,
it
we
Thursday?
won't. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, no. We're not going to see the platoon swaps that we saw with the Adelaide 36ers.
Yeah, maybe.
We're going to see some more staggering with them lineups.
As long as we see Dario, Super Dario.
if he's not traded.
Smoke bake
Ooh,
Surridge.
yeah. Guys, it's been a fucking blast. I'm here with my man in person. As soon as we go offline, I'm going to punch him in the head 6 times for being a fuckhead. But it's been awesome. Really enjoyed it. Guys, don't overreact to the fucking shit that happened against the 36ers. Let's worry about what happens after the first week of the NBA season, where we have a really, really challenging fucking first week. Let's see where we sit after that and what the Suns are pulling out after that when we have proper rotations, everything else. I did see a comment here. I forgot about it Sunday. I have been talking to Paul's people. We're very close.
Has
to
that
reaching
contract
an
been
agreement.
signed yet? We're waiting.
I feel like we're probably going to get Jock on before we'll get Paul. But either way, Paul,
We'll
we
work on
will have you on, mate. We will have you on. We miss you. All of our pods are a little bit too late, but we hopefully will have you on. Follow me at Guesswork Gav at Aussie Suns fans. Get on it. Thank you for joining us tonight. You guys, awesome in the chat. Thank you very much, Sonia. Luca, very much is a ho.
Thank you, Sonia.
Guys, we'll see you next Monday.
Yeah,
and,
to say, Luca.
I think we may have 2 more preseason games before we jump on next week. So
Nice.
thank you, everyone. We'll catch you soon.
As Chris Paul gets in, another wide open three.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers to Booker for the long range jumper.
P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Chris Paul bringing dinner with the dish. D-Book on the corner with the swish. We the Valley, hating with the dump. Posterizing, now the crowd getting pumped. We the best, I ain't talking about Cali. Who's next? Never winning in the Valley. Can't wait for that championship rally. Send them home, send them back to Cali. Stand up if you're down for the Suns. Put a finger in the air, we number 1. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. P-H-O-E-N-I-X. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.